Pozdravljeni, upam, da ste uživali v ogledu filma. Z mano je režiser Bogdan. Pogovor bo sledil v angleščini, tako da če kdo kaj ne razume, naj sam pove, pa bomo poskušali prevesti. So welcome, thank you for joining us on the screening. So firstly, why the decision to make such an subversive and intimate portrayal of this relationship between the two characters?
Because I have this film is a mix of various stories that happened to some good friends of mine, and I was very touched about the effect that this story had on them. And probably another reason is that there are no real queer cinema producers in Romania. There are the first two movies that could be called queer cinema. It's this one and Ivana Mladenovic Soldiers. They both came out in the same year, and they're the first film touching this kind of subjects because the Romanian cinema, it's very conservative. It's made basically by people of my father's generation, and with their problems, with their dramas. Most of the great Romanian directors from nowadays, Puiu, Mungiu, Muntea, and so on, are people that were already young adults in the moment of the fall of the communism, and most of their films are touching this kind of subjects because it's probably the most important thing that happened in their life, or the most acute thing. For me, the most acute thing was the growing up in an already liberal society, and a group of people that try to fight for their rights. And my friends, and also I, went to the first pride parades. We fought with the right wings on the streets, and so on. So for me, it's a very, very important topic in today's Romania.
So would you say that the LGBT community in Romania is getting larger, getting more recognized in the state, or is it still a very subversive thing in your country?
I wouldn't call it subversive. I mean, there are nowadays the pride takes place in the center of the city. We don't fight with the right wing anymore, and there are safe spaces. But if you are talking about the whole country, the picture is somehow darker, because it's a big difference if you are talking about the capital, Bucharest, where there are some safe spaces and there are festivals and screenings and so on. And if we are going deeper into the country, in the smaller cities or in the more isolated region, it's 19th century all over.
So maybe on that point, the main protagonists both have their different, how they portray their sexual orientation, but you captured that quite well in the film. Why that tension between that? How did you make it? Was it important for you to show it in the film? Because for me, it was one of the main guidelines of how each character represents their sexual orientation in public and also in their intimate relationship.
Yes. For me, it was one of the main themes of the movie. This kind of fear. And one of the things that the roots of each of the characters are bringing something to the story, because one of the characters it's a girl born and raised in the middle of the big city and raised with liberal values, and another one is coming from an isolated part of a country, and that actually that line in the movie that later became also the one of the headlines. It's when she says there are no lesbians in my hometown, and the actresses that is playing her said that in one of the rehearsals. I mean, it wasn't a written line. After the casting, she said there are no lesbians in my hometown. And actually, it was a complicated process because the casting took a lot of time. There are more than I made a short list of about 30 girls that I invited to cast for the role, and more than 2/3 of them refused because of the theme. I mean, it was even this is a sign that the things are not where it should be. There are no actors in Romania that made a coming out so far.
So it's still very controversial to
Yes,
be part
yes,
of
it's very
it.
controversial because actually the people that own I mean, I'm trying to avoid sounding very Marxist, but the people that own the means of production are from another generation, and they are reluctant to work on such things.
So how was
Also, the government has some issues. I mean, this movie was refused by one of the big cinemas in Bucharest due to his theme.
Yeah, that was my next question. How was the acceptance of the film and the screenings of the film in your country?
It was somehow a scandal because one of the art house cinemas refused it, and then a lot of my colleagues from the Romanian cinema signed a protest letter for the Minister of Culture, and other cinemas within the country that initially refused it accepted it, but they screened it once or twice, and they checked it after this time, and it wasn't a big door.
So did you get any feedback about the movie in your country?
Yes. It really played in a couple of big cities, because as I'll tell you, it's a very divided country. There you have a couple of big cities that are the places where you have universities and students and young people, and the rest of the country that it's another story altogether. And in the big city, it ran from about 1 month, which is good for Romanian cinema, for independent movie.
But how about abroad? You sent it to many festivals. How was the reaction outside your country about this?
It's nothing special outside the country. No, actually, yes, the film had the premiere at Edinburgh, played in more than 10, 12 festivals, had a projection at Barbican in London, had a projection in New York at Art Museum, had a very good run. For me, the projections where I got the most touching feeling were in Eastern Europe, because there are layers in the movie that's probably for someone that it's culturally different from Romanians don't get them. I mean, for the example, just the fact that the girls is getting food sent by her mother. Yeah. It's a gesture that a lot of Eastern Europeans will get, and will understand what's the tenderness in this jest, and what's the whole package of the jest, that your parents are sending you food. Nobody's sending food to nobody in Switzerland.
They recognize more of their lives in the movie.
Yes. And then actually the reaction that touched me the most was in Poland at Wrocław, when a lady came after the projection to me. It was a 60 years old lady or something like this, and said that she was very touched by the movie because when she was student in Warsaw, she got in love with a girl, and the father found out and came and got her out of the university and married by force. And she was unhappy every day since then. And it was a lot to take in because it's a lot to take in because when you hear these kind of stories from someone of that age, 20 something, it's one thing, and we're hearing from somebody at your parents' age, it's harder.
Yeah, I cannot imagine that. But you worked on the script with co-writers very closely, Anna, Ivan, and Denise Anita.
Anna is also playing. It's the girls from the documentary. There are two redheads. One of them is Anna Ivan, the one with longer hair.
Okay.
She also played.
Didn't know that. How would you describe your cooperation, and how did you three evolve the story into this wonderful movie?
The process was like this. I wrote the first draft of the story, and then I gave it to my friend, the girl that inspired me somehow to write this, and said, "What do you think?" Because I really needed her approval, not feedback, but I needed to feel that I managed to capture some of her drama. And then I was in the position when I was making a movie that is not my story. I'm the narrator of the story, but it's not my story. And I try to find means to try to find a process which could put me in an honest position regarding the story. And part of the process that I put in place was to work with people that were much more involved with this kind of story than me. And Anna and Denise were talking about their stories.
But it is interesting for me. The movie has a very open ending. Why the decision to do that? Because the movie doesn't end that we actually know about where their relationship is going. Why the decision to do that?
Because I don't think that I'm ending it. I'm ending their story, but I'm ending my part of the story. So, and it's more a chronological decision that their story could be much longer. It could be a fight that you can make up after it or not. What interests me is the moment of tension between one girl that is assuming her identity and another one that can assume what it's feeling or desiring or is. And of course, the story can have many episodes and many layers out of this tension.
Yeah. It's open to interpretation at the end. But do you see that this movie had any impact on your LGBT community in Romania, or maybe in the capital city?
No, I don't think that a movie or any object of art, a finite object, can change something radically. I think that you need the corpus of works, you need a cultural movement to change something in a country. And this happens in years, and this happens with a lot of people involved. There are some changes in my country, but those changes are not because of my movie or Ivana's movie or 3 painters and 1 composer, but mainly because of some NGOs that are fighting this fight for about 20 years, and they really put their whole energy and whole imagination and whole dedication for this. And I think the culture is important. The culture can move things, but you need a movement, not individuals. You need main individuals doing this.
So, if anybody from
Yes,
the audience has any questions, ima kdo kakšno vprašanje za Bogdana?
I was wondering about the actresses in the film because it seemed almost as we are watching a documentary. It's so well done. I mean, the chemistry between them and everything, the dialogues. So, did they know each other before, or how did you manage to pull this off so smoothly? I mean, on screen.
Firstly, they managed because they are two very, very talented actresses. No, they didn't know each other. The Silvana, the smaller one, I know Silvana from when she was in high school, because I'm also directing theater, and I was in a jury on some high school festivals, and I know her. And then I watched her during the college. I also casted her in one of my shorts, and I knew that she could do this because she was very, very good. And for the other part, I made the casting that took a lot. And I took Florentina because she was the only actress in the casting that said, I don't know if I can do this. I really need to work with Silvana to know if I can really feel something genuine for her, not just acting technically. And then we rehearsed a lot. We rehearsed for about 6 months because we didn't have any money. We just put together some resources, some people, and we had a very short period of shooting. We shot about 10 days of the movie, and we really rehearsed a lot for this. And they both are very talented.
Thank you.
Še kakšna vprašanja mogoče? Okay. So I would like to thank you, Bogdan, for coming, for being our guest.
Thank you for coming.